It's a bright, clear morning in Emory, Texas, and ranch manager Emily Bonin has begun her day. Yes, sir, 24-year-old Emily is a cattle, sheep, and pig rancher. She didn't grow up on the range, but more like the sandy beaches of the West Coast. But her passion for Texas agriculture now runs as deep as any generational legacy.
I was born in California, Southern California, and I had no experience doing this. I lived a mile from the beach, and then when I was 8, moved to Texas here, and then just really fell in love with the cowboy culture and ranching, farming, and all that. And then in high school, I started FFA, and that's where my passion just took off. And so I came home from school one day and I said, "Dad, I'm getting a pig." And he was like, "Oh, we're going to learn together."
With just a little help every now and then, Emily is basically a one-woman crew. Cattle rancher, sheep herder, truck driver. She feeds the pigs and drives the trucks and drives the tractors. Hot days, cold nights, early mornings, and more physical labor than she had ever imagined. But Emily has never felt more alive in the quiet bond between human and animal.
This is Bonin. This is the ranch I work on. I'm the livestock manager here. So I raise all of our animals that we sell at our storefront. We have beef, chicken, pork, and lamb. And so our beef and lamb are 100% grass-fed, grass-finished. And then our pasture-raised pork and chicken is the other thing once in a while.
Grass-fed is the key here, and Emily is proud to say that her mission is to keep her animals happy and healthy. It makes for a better product and a more satisfied rancher.
It has a lot of health benefits. I know a lot of people like it just because they're concerned to be more health conscious. So we practice rotational grazing, and so we have a couple different pastures here on the ranch. And so one of them is 70 acres, and I split it up into 4 different paddocks. And so every 2 or 3 days, they graze that one down. I move it to the next one, just so that first one can get a break. I believe, and what I do on the ranch is I want the animals to have the best luck possible. And so I want them to be grazing the best they can. It really promotes a good product.
When you run an operation like this, there seems to be never enough hours in a day. And if running this ranch wasn't enough, by the time she gets here, she's already put in a day's work at her own chicken and beef farm, which is an hour and a half away.
You can never have enough ranch. These are my family cows. These are some of the ones I've raised since I was in high school in FFA. And so they're all pregnant right now, expecting babies, so we're hoping to have some calves here before summer.
And along with all those cows, there's the chickens. And today she's up to her bootstraps in chicks, fresh from the hatchery.
So chickens are a daily operation, and so I have to be here every day. Just have to be down in Emory every day. But here we feed the chickens in the mornings. We move their coop to a new pasture, and then they graze it the rest of the day while I go down to Emory and I take care of everything down there. And then that's pretty much right it. This is extremely important. I think a lot of people are negligent to the food they put into their body, to how animals are raised.
Emily is a reminder that passion can forge its own legacy. One where love for the land, respect for the animals, and responsible practices come together. In her life on the ranch, you'll find more than a caretaker. You'll find a young visionary with a mission.
I also feel like it's a little bit of a dying industry. Not many farmers and ranchers, small farmers and ranchers are around anymore just because of the price of land and kids not really being involved with it anymore. So I think this is a really good way to preserve what makes Texas, Texas. I don't think there's anything I can do. I can do it all. I like to do it myself. I think things are better done when I do them myself. So it makes me feel better to know I did that. That's a product I created. So I was definitely born to do this. I believe it.